Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. I am Professor Hassan and you are watching my channel Professor Hassan Hamayu. Yesterday on 7th October 2021, Thursday, Punjab University conducted a written test for the admission of MPhil PhD statistics. All the questions of that written test are conceptual, tough, tricky and technical. Today I will discuss very important conceptual these questions, numerical as well as theoretical, of the written test with you students. Before starting today's vital lecture, I request everyone subscribe to my channel, like and share my channel and click the bell icon for the notifications of the next important videos. And being a professor of statistics, I can claim today, if you revise all the numerical as well as theoretical concepts of that paper of Punjab University, you can pass every written test of statistics in all over Pakistan. Let's start. Question number 1 is, the dash gives the likelihood of rejecting the null hypothesis when the null hypothesis is false. A. Probability of type 1 error. Type 1 error. Dear students, it can never be type 1 error, because what is type 1 error? The probability of rejecting the null hypothesis when it is true. Actually that is an error, and option B is probability of type 2 error. It can never be the answer of this question, because type 2 error is the probability of accepting the null hypothesis when it is false. It is an error, it is a mistake. But now the question is, I will repeat the question, the dash gives the likelihood of rejecting the null hypothesis when the null hypothesis is false. Actually that is the correct option is power of the statistical test. That is the correct option. A very important question. Question number 2, a cable manufacturer has historically averaged 2.6 flaws per 1000 meters. Question number 2, mean is given 2.6 per 1000 meters length of wire production. The probability that a 1000 meter length of wire has one or fewer flaws is. We are to find probability of x less than equal to 1 or fewer than 1. That will be probability of x is equal to 0 plus probability of x is equal to 1, and we know we will have to apply the Poisson distribution, e raised to power minus 2.6 into 2.6 raised to power 0 over 0 factorial plus e raised to power minus 2.6 into 2.6 raised to power 1 over 1 factorial. When you will add up these two values, the correct option will be 0.267. A very important question. Next question is, the number of runs in the sequence. We have learnt in MSc a very important concept. Now we will count the number of runs. This is first run, mm, same. Then that is the second one, 2, 3, 4 and 5. How many number of runs are there? 5 will be the correct option. These questions can be asked in the next test of statistical officer, lecturer statistics, research officer, statistician. Question number next. In how many ways can 7 Pakistanis are 7, Canadians are 3 and Americans are 4 be seated in a row so that all persons of same nationality sit together. A very important one. There are 3 categories, 3 factorial into 7 factorial into 3 factorial into 4 factorial. That will be the correct option in the exam. Next question, under the assumption of the regression model, the error terms are normally distributed with A, mean equals to 1 and unequal variance, B, mean is equal to 0 and unequal variance, C, mean is equal to 1 and a constant variance. D is the correct option, mean is equal to 0 and a constant variance. That is the assumption. Variance is constant and mean is 0. A very important question. In multiple regression model with two independent variables are 2. Suppose it is x1 and x2. We want to check the effect of these independent variables on our dependent variable y. The total sum of squares has what degree of freedom? A, the options are A 2, B n minus 2, C n minus 3, D n minus 1. Dear students, please keep in mind the number of treatments, the number of independent variables do not affect the total sum of squares. That affects the error sum of squares. That will affect on the degree of freedom of the error. Degree of freedom for total will be n minus 1. Total number of observations minus 1. That will be the correct option in the exam. If the question is for the error, degree of freedom for the error, that will be n minus k minus 1 and that will be n minus, how many independent variables are there? 2. It can be 3 in the exam, it can be 4 in the exam, it can be 5 in the exam. Now here in that question, independent variables are 2, x1 and x2, 2 minus 1, that will be n minus 3. It means 2 questions you are learning in this, 2 concepts you are learning of the statistics, very important concepts. If there are some independent variables and you are to calculate the degree of freedom for error, that will be n minus k minus 1. But if you are calculating the degree of freedom for the total, do not be confused with the number of treatments, number of independent variables, that will always be n minus 1. A very important concept. Next question is, the ratio of mean square regression over mean square error yields A, the t statistic, B, tabulated value of f, C SST, D, the f statistic. We know that is f statistic will be the correct option in the exam. Question number next. If the tabulated value of f and computed value of f ratio is, the first value of f is, which is calculated, which is tabulated, table value, that is 18, and the calculated value is 195.5. Then the null hypothesis of insignificant regression will be A, accepted, B, rejected, C, sufficient information is not given, D, none of these. We know when our calculated value is greater than the table value, we reject H naught. It means rejected will be the correct option in the exam. A very important question. Next question is, if total sum of squares and regression sum of squares are equal to, total sum of squares is 173 and regression sum of square is 172, what would be the value of residual sum of squares? And we know that will be error sum of squares will be total sum of squares minus regression sum of squares, and if you minus 1 will be the correct option in the exam. A very important question. Next question is, in case of multiple regression model with 2 regressors, 2 independent variables, which of the following has degree of freedom equal to n minus 3? Degree of freedom is given, that is n minus 3, that is for which, and I told you, if you are to calculate for the total sum of squares, that will be n minus 1. It means it can never be total sum of squares degree of freedom. Now I will check for the error, for the residual. The formula is n minus k minus 1, n minus, there are two independent variables, n minus 3. It means that is the degree of freedom for error, for residual. Residual sum of squares will be the correct option in the exam. Next question is the term used to describe the case when the independent variables in a multiple regression model are correlated. And in my lectures, if you search out the playlist of my lectures, and I have discussed that topic of multicollinearity, whenever independent variables are correlated with one another, then we have multicollinearity. Multicollinearity will be the correct option in the exam. Next question is presence of autocorrelation means that A, error terms cannot be computed, B, error terms are not correlated, C, error terms are correlated. That is the correct option. Whenever we have autocorrelation, error terms are correlated with one another. Next question is the basic principles of experimental design. Principles of experimental design consist of, you can see, you can watch my lectures. We know there are three basic principles of experimental design. The first one is randomization, second is replication, third is local control. It means D is the correct option, all of these. Next question is the smallest subdivision of the experimental material is called A, experimental error, B, treatment, C, experimental unit. Experimental unit on which we are going to apply the treatment for getting its effect, that is experimental unit is the correct option in the exam. Now next question is, in a completely randomized design, treatments are assigned to experimental units. What at random? A, systematically, B, partially, C, completely. Completely random. Completely will be the correct option in the exam. Next question is the assumptions under analysis of variance consist of A, normality and independence, B, linearity and additivity, C is the correct option, both A and B. Question number next, in design of experiment, the confounded effect is mixed with the A, error, B, main effects, C, blocks. Blocks is a correct option in the exam. An experiment is called a dash experiment if the treatment consists of all the possible combinations of several factors. A, Latin square, B, factorial experiment, C, both A and B, D, none of these. Factorial experiment is the correct option. That is a definition of factorial experiment. A very easy, a very important question. The standard deviation of the sampling distribution is called A, sampling error, B, response error, D, standard error. Standard error is the standard deviation of sampling distribution. Standard deviation of the sampling distribution of it is called standard error. The standard deviation of the sampling distribution is called standard error. Next question is, in general, the ratio estimate has a bias of order. What is the order? Its answer is 1 over n. Next question, double sampling is also called A, multi-stage sampling, B, simple random sampling, C, two-stage sampling, D, two-phase sampling. Two-phase sampling is another name of double sampling. Two-phase sampling will be the correct option. Next question, if standard deviation is high, we would have what precision? Negative precision, high precision, zero precision, or low. Low is the correct option. When the standard deviation is low, is small, we have high precision, and when the standard deviation is high, we have low precision. It can never be negative, it is low. Next question. if x bar is an unbiased estimator of x bar, small x bar is an unbiased estimator of capital X bar, then expectation of x bar minus x bar will be equal to, we know in unbiasedness there is a property, expectation of x bar is equal to capital X bar. It means that will be equal to capital X bar minus x bar. Its answer will be 0. 0 will be the correct option in the exam. Next question is, suppose we select every fifth invoice in a file. What type of sampling is this? A. Simple random sampling, B. Cluster sampling, C. Stratified sampling, D. Systematic sampling. That is the systematic sampling. If we select every kth unit, systematic will be the correct option in the exam. Next question, people who are available, volunteer or can easily recruited are used in the sampling method called A. multi-stage, B. area sampling, C. probability proportional to size, D. convenience sampling. It is convenience, when you can allot, when you can allocate the people easily, when you can have easily all the people, that is convenience sampling. Next question is a very important numerical question. X bar is the sample mean and capital X bar is the population mean. Then the expression summation I is equal to 1 to n xi minus x bar when x bar is equal to capital X bar. There are 4 options: will be 0, cannot be 0, will be equal to n, will be equal to capital N. Dear students, we have to calculate this much. Summation will be applied inside, that will be summation I is equal to 1 to n xi minus nx bar, and that we know it is given x bar is equal to capital X bar, it is nx bar actually, minus nx bar, it is given x bar is equal to capital X bar. It means I can write it capital X bar, these will be cancelled, 0 will be the correct option in the exam. Next question is, all the possible samples of size n are selected from a population and the mean of each sample is determined. What is the mean of the sample means? A. cannot be estimated in advance, B. exactly the same as the population. We know actually this is the property, mean of x bar is equal to population mean. It is the correct option, exactly the same as the population mean. Next question is, the following box and whisker plot was constructed for the age of account receivable. That is the plot. And there are 4 options: skewed to the left, skewed to the right, not skewed, normally distributed. Dear students, that is skewed to the left, negatively skewed actually, that is the correct option. Next question is, for a certain data set, the regression equation is y is equal to 21 minus 3x. The correlation coefficient between y and x is this data set is A must be 0, B must be 1, is positive, is negative. In my lectures I have discussed with you the sign of byx, sign of bxy and sign of r must be same, and you can see if you compare it with a plus bx, it means b is minus 3, the slope is in minus sign, the regression coefficient is negative. If the regression coefficient is negative, it means that correlation coefficient must be negative. A very important concept. The correct answer is negative. Next question is, under general conditions movement estimators are dash MLEs, and we have discussed in my lectures, you can see movements are less efficient than MLE. maximum likelihood estimator are more efficient than moments. Very important concept. Next question is, interpolation for unequally spaced arguments is done by computing A. Square differences, B. Multiple differences, C. Divided differences. Divided differences is the correct option. Next question is, assume that you have a binomial experiment with P, probability of success is given, that is 0.5, and a sample size is 100. It is given the expected value of this distribution is, we have to calculate mean, and we know in binomial distribution mean is NP. Just multiply 0.5 with 100, answer will be 50. 50 will be the correct option in the exam. Next question is, in the textile industry, a manufacturer is interested in the number of blemishes or flaws occurring in each 100 feet of material. The probability distribution that has the greatest chance of being applied is A. Normal distribution, B. Binomial, C. Uniform, D. Poisson distribution. Poisson distribution is the correct option. Question number next, the mean and variance of are equal in what distribution? And we know mean and variance are equal in Poisson distribution. In binomial distribution, mean is always greater than variance. In negative binomial, mean is less than variance. In Poisson, mean is equal to variance. Next question is a very important one. Multiple comparison tests are applicable. Dear students, we have discussed in BSc we have LSD test, Duncan's range test. Multiple comparison tests, which are LSD or Duncan's multiple range tests, are applicable when we apply them. A. When null hypothesis about equality of means is rejected. B. When null hypothesis about equality of means is accepted. Option C is both A and B. D. None of these. Actually, dear students, I want to discuss one thing with you. If there are three treatments A, B and C, and we make a hypothesis H naught, mu of A is equal to mu of B is equal to mu of C, it means that we are assuming that the treatment means are equal. And when it is not equal, when H naught is rejected and there is a difference between the treatment means, and this is checked by LSD and Duncan's multiple range test, it means A is the correct option. We apply LSD or Duncan multiple range test when there is a difference between the treatment means, when H naught is rejected, when the null hypothesis about equality of means is rejected. That is the correct option in the exam. Next question is, in the ANOVA treatment refers to A, experimental units. No, experimental unit is a thing, is a place on which we apply the treatments for checking its effect. These two are different things. B, a factor. C, different levels of a factor. Actually, that is the correct answer. Treatment is a different levels of a factor. Next question is, the joint effect of two or more factors is called A, main effect, B, fixed effect, C, random effect, D, interaction. Actually, that is the definition of interaction. The joint effect of two or more, that is interaction. Next question is, the efficiency of two experimental designs can simply be measured through dash of error variances. And we know whenever we want to check the efficiency, we do not add, we do not subtract, we do not multiply, we use ratio. Ratio will be the correct option in the exam. Now the last question of today's lecture, a very important one. Which of the following is not a correct statement about probability? A, it can be reported as a decimal or fraction. Yes, that is true. If we are finding the probability of an event, that is n over capital N, number of favorable over total, it is in fraction and it can be in points 0.1 or 0.5 0.7, it is the correct option. B is it must have a value between 0 and 1. Yes, probability will be between 0 and 1. It is also correct. C, a value near 0 means that the event is not likely to happen. Yes, it is also correct. D, it is the collection of several experiments. Actually, that is the incorrect option. That should be selected in the exam.